Hello, Jan here from Forest Bathing Nature Tonic, and today I've come back on a tour of all the stars of some of the earlier videos. I wanted to see how everyone's getting on, and I've come to see the little seedling that we visited so many times. When we first started, it was just two tiny leaves, and then we saw the first true leaf come through, the second true leaf, and now it's looking like a real little plant. It's still very tiny, but perfectly formed, and it's very clear what kind of plant it is. It's actually a kind of plant that is very dear to my heart. It's featured quite a lot in these videos, partly because very early on it was one of the few plants around, and because it has such beautiful colours. Lots of the leaves turn a vivid red early in the season, and so there was that fantastic splash of colour when there wasn't much else happening at the end of winter. Another reason is that this is one of my favourite plants in the world. So it's quite amazing that little seedling has turned into one of these, or it was all the time, it's just I wasn't aware of what it was. It was just a little two-leaf seedling when I first met it. But this plant is very, very dear to me. It has an intense scent, so it has lots of little hairs on its stem and leaves, and apparently these hairs contain this scent, and when we brush against them the scent is released, and it's got a powerful scent, and it brings back powerful memories to me, because there were lots of these plants growing when I was a child, and I was a child of nature. I used to play in the fields all the time. So when I smell this smell now, it's so evocative for me. It takes me straight back to childhood and very happy memories, roaming the fields and playing, exploring, using my imagination. And this little plant was a big star of my childhood and it's a star of the woods now. So some of the older plants that have overwintered, they're now fully grown, they're already flowering and producing seed, and that makes me even more full of admiration for this little tiny seedling. It started growing in March when I first started visiting it, and I mean, you saw how I was dressed. It was bitterly cold. It was so cold, and this little tiny being has pushed its way up through the ground and succeeded, against the odds really. I think one of the advantages it has is that there is a chink in the leaf canopy here, and so the sun comes down in the morning and warms the ground just in this spot, and I think that's given it a leg up. Enough heat from that sun and enough energy and nourishment that it's been able to keep going. I'm so pleased it has. I'm really enjoying watching its journey. I hope you are too. I feel so fond of this little plant. Bless its little heart. I kind of feel proud of it that it's done so well. Is that ridiculous? There's something really lovely about watching life begin. Well, I'm glad you could join me today. I'm going to stay here and adore this seedling a bit longer. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.